Okay, so here we are. I have pinned the pattern pieces to the fabric, and you can see that the seam allowance has been marked. It's marked right here, 2 centimeters. I typically don't leave seam allowance at an armhole or at the neckline for mock-ups because I want to see where those lines fall exactly. But everything else has 2 centimeters. And I left a 3 centimeter hemline on a mock-up again. Typically I don't leave it, but in the event that Kathleen would like this finished to actually wear, I thought I would play it safe. Well, okay, so now I'm cutting, and as I said before, there is no seam allowance at the neckline or at the armhole. However, I did mark seam allowances at all other seams. For these specific, that's why it's so easy to work with these patterns, because there are no seam allowances to contend with at the beginning. So adjustments are much easier because you know where you are, you know where you stand. So it really doesn't take very long to put a mock-up together. At least I don't find it. Get your markings, and away you go. So there is the front cut out, pretty much. So now this is how I mark. There's the notches. Now if you cut inwards, at least when you serge, you will still have a mark there if you serge the seams. So there we have, so I mark. And the waist. And I'm going to have a little clippy here, and a clippy here, and my other little clippies. Clippies are your best friends. Okay, good. Okay. There's my other little clippy. And the clippies. And watch. And this shows me the center. And this shows me the center. Very good. Okay, so now I'm going to do everybody's favorite tailor tacks. And I'm going through the paper, so I'm going to take just a tiny little step back and go through. I could have used a tracing wheel and paper, but that wouldn't show you how to do tailor tacks now, would it? So here we go, just a tiny little step back and up, pull through, leave a loop. Okay, all the way like that, all the way around. It gives you a really very good reference markings, and it also tells you very easily, you can see now you remove the pins. I've already clipped. I'm going to remove the pins. And now to remove the paper, just pull it. So you've got markings this side as well as that side. Now you're going to open it up. Being very careful not to cut the fabric, you clip them on the inside. And now you know that the right side is the side that's been clipped and not the side with the loops or the thread. Now I'm leaving the backs open so she can put it on. And here are the fronts. So I'm matching my notches. I'm going to start from the bottom and work my way up. So I'm matching the clippies. That's at the 2 centimeter mark, which happens to be right here at the 1 on the machine. Just follow the guide. Now there is the other clippy, the other clippies, and you see how nicely they go together? Students are always amazed as to how easily they line up and how perfectly they line up. I think that's going to fit her perfectly. So I'll press it after. No biggie. There we go. Mock-up is done. This is Kathleen, my lovely model. She graciously volunteered to help me out for this video. And here's the mock-up, ready to be tried on. Right now, I haven't seen what this looks like on her, so I'm going to be just as surprised as all of you, especially if it doesn't fit. Okay, I'm just going to pin the back. Pins it over here. And I think, by golly by gum, I think it fits just beautifully. Now I hope I won't poke you. Don't make many friends that way when you poke people. How does that feel, Kathleen?
That feels wonderful.
Should feel like you're wearing nothing.
Absolutely.
That's what custom, and for the record, this fabric has no stretch. It's a woven, it's not a knit.
Okay. Very, very comfortable.
And I did take measurements on over top of a lighter shirt with no sleeves. Okay, now there we go. Okay, let's turn and face the camera. The only thing that I would do is just take it up just a smidge over here, but if you notice, there's no gaping whatsoever.
Oh, beautiful.
Okay.
Perfect.
No gaping at all. The armhole shape, I would make it slightly differently, but just minor, these are just minor adjustments. But overall,
Beautiful.
The whole shape is absolutely stunning. I would probably just shape it just a little bit more in here. Give you just, there, that's all. Just perfect. And that's just some minor tweaking. And you have, go over to the other side, a perfect fitting bodice. So yeah, I have to take it in a little bit.
Oh, that's always good news.
There, now look in the mirror.
Thank you. Oh, perfect.
How does that feel?
That feels wonderful. Absolutely wonderful.
Little tweaking here and there, and you've got yourself just a gorgeous, lovely fit.
Yes, it is perfect. And it's flattering too when it's...
It's very
perfect.
flattering.
Oh my goodness.
And the whole thing maybe took me, what, 15 minutes to sew together?
Oh, so you can make me a full wardrobe then?
In 2 hours? No.
Next
Just
week.
the mock-up. Just
next
the
week.
Yeah, for next week. Just the mock-up. Just the mock-up. Because, I mean, there's not finished
that
here or
is
here.
beautiful.
As you've seen, this mock-up fits Kathleen beautifully. A couple of little tweaks. The bodice front was done in under 5 minutes as stipulated at the beginning. I timed it. It took 4 minutes and 8 seconds. The bodice back, I put them together to have the master patterns, the pattern pieces, and the mock-up all at once as a record. Now for more information or to check out class schedules and costs, etc., or to order the kit, go to my website, www.cinchitpants.com, CYNCHIT pants.com. Thank you.